about a week or so ago, I think, Kenzie, Control Z, drew a fan art of most of the Underyogs, like a decent chunk of the Underyogs from way back when, and it kind of made me think, you know what, this is probably a pretty good time, theoretically, for the Underyogs to, like, actually do a thing. Because there has been a recent kind of big resurgence, of course, of SMPs, as it were, like big groups doing stuff in Minecraft, so have a multiplayer. But as near as I can tell, they're all awful. And the Underyogs actually have, like, experience making content, so we could actually, like, make decent content. Really, nobody's gonna jump on the fact that I just said that Dream SMP is awful. And with all of that just sort of coming to prominence, and then this fan art coming out, that just reminded me, God, I remember those times. That was fun. We actually knew how to make videos, and we did really nice lore and all that sort of stuff, even if most of us didn't actually interact at all.
User joined your channel.
And I figured, you know what?
No, it's someone new.
No, it's the same person.
No, it's me.
Oh, right.
What?
Yeah, and then I realized, you know what, we're like, a lot of us have moved on from doing Minecraft. Some of us aren't even, like, doing YouTube anymore. Some of us are, like, big important people at Google, in one case. And it was just like, it would still be really nice to just sort of get together on a server and just sort of do something like that. I have not the slightest clue how we'd organize it, but, you know, that would be sweet. And then Dave responded saying, I have a server we could use.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, just gonna walk away from this for like 2 days, and then just like something else came up that annoyed me, I think, about Dream SMP, and I just like single tweeted, anyways, Underyogs SMP win. And then the community ran with it. So now there is a centralized Twitter and blog and 2 different hashtags and a bunch of fan art is coming out and a whole bunch of people are extremely excited. And I think me, Dave, and Strife have all publicly said we'd be interested. So it's like, it would be entertaining just to be us 3, but I feel like having more like 5 or 6 people might be ideal.
I think that what would work with you guys doing it is the fact that you guys have worked together somewhat before in a very similar environment, and you've all seen where I am so sorry for saying their name. The Yogs messed up. You guys have seen the errors where they do, where you guys can work around that. Like, you've seen how the good parts of how things work, bad parts of how things work, and you guys have very much got the ability to communicate.
We have like single-handedly between any one of us, we have basically a decade of experience at this. So I figure we're all very seasoned, experienced Minecraft content makers. And we have a server, and there's a demonstrable large group of people that want to see us do stuff, and there's this recent resurgence of people doing stuff like that. What if we just did that? But like actual high quality, like that we could do from
Just
all of our experience.
one-up dream.
More or less. I mean, between us, we'd probably have like somewhere close to his subs. Thank you, YouTube. I don't think.
In the
Thank
words
you,
of
broken
Papa
YouTube
Palpatine.
algorithm.
Do it.
Yeah, that's more or less where it came from. So there's now this like push to get the idea in front of as many of the Underyogs as possible. Now I stress, not all of them are interested. 3 of them have said so. Parvis in particular has outright said on several occasions he's not down for doing more stuff like that. He's sort of moved on with his own stuff and doing Area 11. I don't know that
Valid.
I don't know that Kim could be remotely convinced to come back, and Duncan, I think, still has like a bunch of stuff going. I don't know exactly how good a quality it is, because I haven't kept up with him very much, but, you know, it's there. And I for years, I've sworn that, like, the Yogs have some kind of non-competition clause in their contracts or something, because they pretty much only ever work with each other. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Even when it's, like, really easy to do like something with somebody from outside of it, or it would be really in their like benefit to do it with someone from outside rather than inside, they always seem to only ever work with each other. they're very lax about ever doing crossover content for some reason. To the point where I'm fairly certain it's part of their contract or something. But who knows?
Working.
I think it would vary more on like the individuals involved in on like a case-by-case basis. Like,
Yeah.
I would probably do it very similar to my Witch in the Woods series. So there would be
Yes,
like,
that's how I was wondering.
here's this like interesting piece of a mod, and here's how we do it and what we can plug it into. And meanwhile, hey, I'm a Fey Lord and I'm trying to steal your secrets or whatever. Strife would
Return
probably
of
be
the
doing
Witch.
like no. The Witch has their own timeline. This would not be the Witch.
Another business.
Yeah, a legally distinct witch-like character. Strife would probably be doing like something big and industrial because he
Timothy
pretty much
back.
always does. Dave would probably be a bit more heavily into the like mods kind of demo kind of mode. That's kind of their thing. I can't speak to what any of the others would do. But
Yeah. I was just
but-
more wondering, like, if... Since
Yeah,
I must talk
in
about
terms
it as
of-
a bit...
well, we haven't. I've been.
You guys have just said, well, if you guys reblog it enough or retweet it enough, we might do it.
Well, Dave has asked me like how we should start organizing everything, and my response to that was give it a week, see if anyone else signs on to the idea, and then whether or not they do,
Right,
we
yeah.
start trying figuring something out. Because I don't really want to start plotting everything down in stone before
Yeah.
everyone's
Sorry, I
like
sound
on
like
board.
one of the people on Dragon's Den.
Wouldn't you add your own mod to the pack? To a mod pack.
It would depend what version it was.
He is back and they have received some tea.
Oh, goody.
Make it
Teague has
Timothy,
tea.
make it Timothy.
No. Timothy is locked
Aw.
away. Timothy is locked away in a nunnery.
Timothy AU! Timothy AU!
No, that would just get very
Couple
confusing.
actors, Timothy verse.
But yeah, it's like I don't want to. Firstly, I'm not even entirely certain if I should be the one doing any of the organizing because I am like 4.4k subscribers, and then there's like Duncan who's like 6 million or something. I forget. It's like this is should I really be the one like making decisions for a channel that much more significant than I am?
Yeah.
There's a debate to be had about whether or not like, well, he has the more subscribers, so logically he should be the one calling the shots. Clearly he knows what he's doing. Of course, that's not how YouTube works, but still. But yeah, so I'm
Whoever's more confident, doesn't matter about subscribers.
yeah, so I'm currently a little bit. I'm trying to stay hands off. I'm trying to not like make decisions for others before they've even signed on, that kind of thing. And I'm trying not to seem like I'm forcing their hand by contributing to the ComeBlockHome stuff. But yeah, like I expect like if given the Underyogs and their particular like talents and proclivities, it would probably end up being fairly similar to the stuff that people remember from 2012 and such. So we would be doing like, here's how we do stuff with fun mods and whatnot, and here's like a bit of role playing on the side, that kind of thing. Like
That's like almost a 10-year anniversary.
almost, yeah. It's been a while. Been in the game a while. So consequently, yeah, it's been nearly a decade. I can understand people not wanting to get into it, but yeah. But yeah, so like with Hermitcraft especially, I think is a pretty decent model for what we would end up doing, because in Hermitcraft it's, well, hey guys, today we're gonna work on this big build project we've got, or hey, we're gonna try and like put together this big redstone powered potion machine or whatever, and then like, oh, it's the 12 bamboo from the start of the season that I traded to like get started with like getting everything running. That's now a significant. The reason I reference that sort of Hermitcraft thing with the 12 bamboo and the Dream SMP's like records is that sort of organic storytelling. That's the main thing that happens when we have people like the Underyogs together in a group, is that we would probably, rather than planning ahead very much, like, especially early on, it would just be a matter of what happens organically, like, oh, I accidentally tunneled into somebody's base, and hey, that's a neat thing, I'll just sneak that out. And it's like, oh, well, now they have to come and go get the thing from my base and break in, or whatever, or deal, and that kind of thing. It's like later on, you start to have to, like, take each other aside off screen and like figure things out, but like early on especially, it's more just what happens, and we just sort of
I only have reference.
Yeah, so in terms of the kind of content to expect from like ComeBlockHome, I imagine something like that would be the way it would go. It would be mostly like organic storytelling with like a side of, hey, here's some cool mods.
I think it'd be nice as well, like if you guys, I'm assuming you guys would just have it recorded as well, which means that you're not going to have the feeling of like missing out if you can't watch it directly when it's streamed, which is something I have to deal with a lot. When there's so many different perspectives, you can't.
I'm not 100% certain. Some people might. I mean, amongst that group, some might prefer to stream stuff. I can understand that. I imagine a few of them would want to do it as a live stream. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Especially with
in your mind.
especially with a big like grindy potentially mod pack. I can understand it. Or they may just do certain things on stream and do other things in videos. Or they may just be purely videos. I don't know.
We don't know what they'll do.
It's entirely up to the individual, I think.
Yeah.
If they do what a bleep they want to do.
I think even if I was already like writing stuff down, like, okay, let's have like this, and this, and we'll organize into that, and we'll have this mod pack on this IP, that sort of thing, I probably wouldn't write down, you must stream this only, or you must video this only. Like,
no, I feel like that would make it
let the
less
creators,
fun.
yeah, it would let the creators get together and do what they will. Because I think that's what people are wanting to see anyways.
What if they aren't Will? What if it's you?
In my case, I guess I would do like relatively boring. Grindy stuff like time-lapsing or whatever on stream, and then make videos.
Okay.
Which really.
That's not boring. Like I'd love to just sit there and watch that. Excuse me.
I mean, yeah, chilling is a category.